Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Everywherever, and today I'll be doing my first budgeting video. I'll show you the format I use, fill in my info from February so you can see my process, and set my budget for March. Let's get started. Before we get into the budgeting, I wanted to start off by giving y'all some good news. Your girl got hired. I'm so happy. I had an interview last week and it was the simplest process, easiest questions, and I was hired almost instantly. So now I will be a shopper for Instacart, and I'm thrilled that I will have a consistent income I can rely on. So go support your Instacart shoppers, y'all. One of my friends gave me feedback on my last video and recommended I draw in my videos as some visual entertainment because I like drawing. So I've decided that for each video, I'm going to do a drawing that fits in with the theme of that video. So in the spirit of Instacart, today's drawing is a rabbit. Let's go get them carrots, you know what I'm saying? Now let's get into my little budget notebook. As an example of my format, I'll show you January so you see what I have going. So I have all the expenses written down, what date and where, how much. I have the income track. January there wasn't much. My mom paid me back for something and my fiance sold his laptop, so we weren't really doing our side hustle that month. We were more lethargic that month. It's better in the past month though, I promise you. And then we have the amount, how much I spent on each category written here, and then the totals of all of them. In the future, I also plan on adding a column for planned budget versus actual budget. So I'll have a column for how much I plan on spending, how much I end up spending, and then one to compare if I went over or under. This was to be a bit more meticulous. Whenever I go to the store, I get both groceries and stuff for animals, but I have them as different categories. So I had to go through and calculate how much exactly was spent on a category because I would have it all on one receipt. So I had to separate it out. But now let's get into February. So I was keeping track with most of my expenses as they happened, but I have to update the most recent ones. I have a couple receipts from this past week. I already scanned them into Fetch, so now I'm going to write them down. Next, I'll put in all the money I received this month, whether from my side hustle or from my mom paying me back. And now I will go through, add everything up, and calculate how much was spent on each category. this is how much I spent for February. This seems like a lot considering how much we brought in, but don't be concerned about it. It's okay. I already had money in my account. I just didn't write the amount I had at the start, but it's okay. Even though I spent more than I had come into my account, it's okay. There was already money there from previous months. And this isn't the greatest, but compared to past months, I think this was okay, especially considering February was the month I started really focusing on what scent goes where. That's why, like, all of this, I wasn't budgeting for all of this. I just wrote down how much I ended up spending, but I wasn't really conscientious of where it all was going. So this was the first month where I made a much more conscious effort to keep track of every cent. So considering that, I'm pretty happy with this. Now let's plan for the month ahead. So I got space here for all the transactions and for all the income I'm going to receive. I don't know when exactly I'll start working. I have training this week, so just to be safe, I'll plan on working 3 weeks this month only. I can work a max of 29 hours each week, and you know your girl gonna be working as many hours as possible. So as a minimum, just to be safe, I will expect at least $1,150 for the month of March. If I end up getting more, then that's great, but I'm not sure. I know I was told I will have paid training from Instacart, but I don't know how much. So based on that, and if I start working sooner than I expect, that means I will make more, but just to stay within the income I know I'll be getting, I'm basing my budget around this amount. I've never budgeted for an entire month or at all, but based on the past few months, I have an idea of approximately how much we'll probably spend on each category. So there is our budget for March. It's pretty much the same categories as previous months, but now I have travel added in, which is basically flights for as of now, but also any purchases we want to make before traveling. Both my fiance and I need a new backpack. We might get a new suitcase, medicine to take with us that we can't purchase elsewhere, stuff like that. I could have added it in with miscellaneous, but I consider those toiletries, household items, etc. So I think this is a pretty good amount for each category. Pets, nom-noms, dining out, and miscellaneous. I don't really have planned purchases for those, but there's a cushion there based on what I end up getting. Gas, I haven't been driving that much in the past 2 months, but now that I will have a commute to my job, $40 will get me a full tank. Most of the time my mother fills it up, but if there's a time where she didn't have time or doesn't have enough, then I at least have enough for a full tank. $500 should be enough for groceries. Compared to last month, didn't even spend $350, but maybe if I want extra snacks to last me through a shift, then this should be enough in addition to all the raising prices. So hopefully 500 will get us far enough. We really would like a lot more into travel right now. By the end of the month, we want a lot more than 330. But we have until July-ish to get tickets. So we're not in too much of a rush. We just want to get it as quickly as possible. But like I said, if I receive more money than I expected, or if I get more shifts based on how soon I start working, then any extra income I'm going to put towards travel. I would like to put it towards my loans, but as of now, we're just going to focus all of our funds towards getting tickets. And then once that is secured, then I'll put all my extra income towards my loans. So in the meantime, it's just my fiance's. But this should be good. We shall see if I stick to it. So that was our budget notebook. We calculated February and planned for March, and we'll see how that turns out. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe to stay updated as I go throughout this journey. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can comment down below. This has been Everywhere Ever. Farewell. Now let's get into my little budget. Oh, sir. Sir. Stay in your assigned seat, please. Thank you. 11 of 1,105. Child. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button. So I'm going to have the same categories as preview. Sir, calm down.